Welcome, friends. John Milton's Lycidas is a pastoral elegy written in 1637. This poem mourns the death of his friend Edward King. It is a poem which is irregularly rhymed and contains 193 lines. This poem is also called a monody because it mourns the death of a single person. We call Lycidas a pastoral elegy because a pastoral elegy is a poem that mainly combines two components. The first one is the pastoral imagery, and the second one is themes with expressions of grief over the death of a person. This genre originated in ancient Greece and Rome, where it was associated with shepherds and rural life. Remember, pastoral elegy was associated with shepherds and rural life. In English literature, pastoral elegies became popular during the Renaissance and were used to mourn the deaths of friends, patrons, and fellow poets. John Milton's Lycidas is a pastoral elegy because it uses pastoral imagery and rustic speech to express sorrow and reflection over the death of his friend Edward King. At the same time, Milton's Lycidas is a commentary on universal issues such as the nature and meaning of life and death, the fate and fame of poets, the degeneration of the church, and the contemporary neglect of the things of the spirit. The poem ends on a note of hopeful resignation and affirmation. The structure of the poem includes a prologue, four main parts, and an epilogue. The prologue introduces the reasons for writing the poem and invokes the muses. The main parts describe the life and death of Lycidas, the procession of mourners, the flowers cast on his hearse, and his immortality in heaven. The epilogue returns to the pastoral style and refers to the Greek pastoral poets. The historical context of Lycidas is important to understand its themes. Milton wrote this poem during a time when England was undergoing political and religious turmoil disturbances. The Church of England was divided between Puritans and Anglicans, and King Charles I was trying to impose his authority over Parliament. Milton himself was a Puritan who believed in religious freedom and individual conscience. This is the historical context of Lycidas. The literary devices used in Lycidas include allusions to classical mythology, reference to classical mythology, biblical references, metaphors, similes, personification, imagery, and sound effects. For example, Milton compares Lycidas to a shepherd who has been killed by a wolf. It is a metaphor. And describes nature as mourning for Lycidas. Personification uses alliteration to create musical effects and employs the imagery of flowers to symbolize beauty and transience. In conclusion, Lycidas is a masterpiece of English literature that combines personal grief with universal themes in a pastoral setting. Its structure, themes, historical context, and literary devices make it a rich source of analysis and interpretation. Thank you for watching.